Hello everyone, my name is Ilia, and I'm glad to introduce my bachelor thesis pitch. This is a programming thesis, and my supervisor will be Jonas Zimmer. The title of my research will be Real-Time Modern Fluid Simulation Techniques for Adaptation in Game Environments, and the research question is which real-time modern fluid simulation techniques perform best in terms of visual realism and computational efficiency. I consider this study relevant, as nowadays the appearance of fluid simulations in game is rare, even though they add a high degree of immersion. This is because they are complex in implementation and computationally expensive. There also exists a number of methods of implementation, and it's not always clear for the developer what method fits the desired setting. The goal of this research is to describe most popular fluid simulation methods, clearly state differences, pros, cons, and realization specifics, as well as implement a fluid simulation algorithm based on findings in a simulator game. The theoretical part of my work will take 40% and will include an introduction to physics laws and ideas that establish the core of fluid simulation in physics, overview of most known simulation methods, as well as evaluation criteria for a fair comparison study. The practical part takes 60% and will have a 3D fluid simulation in Unity game engine applied to a simulator game. It will also include a detailed software documentation with a structured UML diagram. My estimation is that I will need a big chunk of time to wrap my head around the mathematics and physics that underlie the fluid simulations, as these are one of the hardest kinds of simulations out there. First 3 weeks I plan to dedicate to reading and visual experiments, as well as observing works of other developers in that direction to get a bigger picture. After that, I believe I will have enough material to start a comparative research, meaning define constraints, evaluation parameters, as well as what methods exactly will be evaluated. Around that time, with enough knowledge, I will start prototyping the simulation in Engine, first in 2D, and continue active development until the intermediate presentation, where I hopefully be able to present the MVP. Simulations usually need to be scalable and run as fast as possible with thousands of particles, and that is why I will need to dedicate some time to optimization before moving on to an application of the fluid in a simulator game I'm working on. At the end, with core parts of the research finished, I will polish the paper, get rid of what doesn't make sense, and improve the practical part to be more accessible for others. Thank you for your attention. I'm open for questions and greatly appreciate any feedback.